Hi, I'm Lisa Gar, host of Gaia Inspirations, and our topic for the series that we're taping here at the Celebrate Your Life conference is to explore the meaning of I am. And joining me to talk about this and so much more is a man who's been a huge influence in my life and my healing process, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe is an expert in the role of the function of the human brain and how it creates a bridge between true human potential and also the latest in the scientific theories of neuroplasticity. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Lisa. I'm happy to be with you.
I'm always excited that you're here. So this meaning, this I am, has kind of taken on a wonderful meaning here throughout this series. What is your experience of the I am? Do you have a specific experience of it?
Are you talking about the I am in terms of universal I am, or the I am in terms of you and I as an I am? Or both?
What is it? Yeah, whatever it means to you.
Well, I think that thoughts are the language of the brain, and feelings are the language of the body. And how you think and how you feel creates a state of being. So if you're thinking insecure thoughts, you're going to turn on a set of circuits in your brain that produces a level of mind, and another part of the brain is going to make a chemical for you to begin to feel insecure. The moment you feel insecure, your brain is monitoring its internal state. You are going to think more corresponding thoughts equal to how you feel, which is going to generate more chemicals to feel insecure and then think more insecure thoughts. And that cycle of thinking and feeling and feeling and thinking, creating that state of being, causes the person to say, I am insecure. And whenever you say I am anything, you are commanding the present moment into a destiny. So then the antithesis is also true. If you're grateful and you're in loving life, you are going to think corresponding thoughts equal to that emotional state, which is going to make a different factory or blend of chemicals for you to feel more gracious and more kind, more giving, which is going to generate more thoughts, and you're going to create a different state of being. So the trouble I think we have is that the process of thinking and feeling and feeling and thinking over time conditions the body to subconsciously become the mind. Now, once the body becomes the mind, the servant is now the master. And so the program begins to become activated, and now people slip into unconscious states. So in order for us to change then, and this is the problem that I have with affirmations. When you're having an affirmation is you're affirming your I am, your state of being.
Yeah.
So if you're saying I am abundant, but you're feeling lack, I am successful, but you're feeling unworthy, that's mind and body in opposition. So then when a person then knows how to regulate and change their internal states and they move into a new state of being, when they're in that state of being, the side effect of being in that state of being is, I am wealthy. You're actually affirming what you already are. Right?
So it's not the words, it's the state of being.
Exactly.
So the words I am won't change anything if you say I am abundant. But if you feel into that and experience that viscerally, that changes the chemistry from the brain to the body.
Yeah, and let's say it another way. You will only accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts equal to your emotional state. And you will not accept, believe, and surrender to any thoughts that are not equal to your emotional state. So, as an example, a person goes to a doctor's office, the doctor says, okay, you're diagnosed with MS or lupus or cancer. The moment the person gets the diagnosis, they're either going to feel sadness or fear. Now, the moment they start feeling fear, they are going to think corresponding thoughts equal to that emotional state. So now, those thoughts will slip by their analytical mind, program their autonomic nervous system to make more chemicals equal to that state. So then, they can think positively all they want. They could say, I'm going to heal this condition, but if they're feeling fear...
And cortisol still releasing. And
but the chemistry and with the brain and body are at odds, right? So then, if you get a person then to change their emotional state and open their heart, and then begin to feel empowered or invincible or unlimited, then they will begin to accept, believe, and surrender to the thoughts equal to that emotional state, and they'll program their autonomic nervous system to make a new pharmacy of chemicals to match that state of being. So this is why affirmations don't work, because they never get past the analytical mind. You know, the person will say, I am wealthy, I am love, I am happy, but they haven't addressed the part of them that's not in alignment with that.
So you could say I am wealthy, but stare at the bank account, it has a bunch of zeros on it.
Right.
So that is a break in your truth with yourself, your authenticity with yourself. It's not true.
Now the I am that lives within us, that invisible intelligence that's giving life, has a presence. It's an awareness. It's a consciousness. And that consciousness as an awareness is paying attention. That's the definition of awareness. So it is observing our states of being. And it's always endorsing who we are. So if you're really happy being unhappy, and you are a victim to your life, it honors free will, and it will endorse the very chemicals and actually the very reality you experience equal to that state of being. So when you come out of your resting state, and it requires coming out of your resting state, in other words, this observer is omnipotent, it's omnipresent, it doesn't move, it's just constant. It's a loving intelligence, and it's intelligent love. Our attention is all over the place, you know, and it's saying, tell me what you want. Just, you know, give me a minute. Just line up with me here. But when you get present with it and you turn inward, and when your will matches its will, and when your mind matches its mind, and when your love for life matches its love for life, and you're present with it, and now you are turning inward to it, and you're not saying, I want, I need, I hope, I wish. That's based in polarity. You're saying, I am. I am unlimited. I am empowered. I am invincible. And when you really feel it, and there's that alignment, and it says, okay, I am going, the I am is going to endorse your I am because you are an extension of my mind. And I'll begin to change the very neurocircuitry, the neurochemistry, the very genetics, and even the expression of your life equal to that. So
when you say I am deserving of that raise, I am capable of that new job, that starts to align yourself with the finances that you are wanting.
As long as your mind and body are working together, that's the definition of the I am. So just like you know when someone's present with you because they're paying attention, and this intelligence requires the same degree of attention.
I get it. So how does the placebo work then? Your book, You Are the Placebo.
Well, in every single case of the placebo is based on three things. Number one is conditioning. You give someone a pill, and it's blue, and blue pills work better than red pills, and it has a certain drug in it, and you take that drug and changes some internal state, it reduces pain, or it takes away a symptom, and then you take it again, and then you take it again, and you take it again, and sooner or later you can actually replace that blue pill with just a blue pill with sugar in it. And the person takes it, and by conditioning, association, they begin to make the very chemicals based on the past, so stimulus response. So we could say then conditioning is based on the past. Now, expectation is the second element of the placebo, which means expectation then is when you're told something and you begin to expect an outcome, and you're selecting, that pill represents a new potential in the quantum field. And a certain percentage of those people will accept, believe, and surrender to the idea and begin to emotionally embrace the outcome. And if you combine that clear intention with an elevated emotion, you're moving into a new state of being. So now, as an example, as you begin to anticipate that occurring, your body's actually living in that future reality in the present moment, and your body begins to make the very chemicals to endorse that state of being. Now, who's doing the the fabrication of the chemicals? The I am within us, because it's always endorsing who we're being. So if conditioning is based on the past, then expectation is based on the future. The third thing is assigning meaning to things. If a doctor says, oh, this pill will actually increase serotonin in the receptors, and you have the pictures, and people look at it, and they start to think about it. When they take the pill, they're assigned meaning to it, and it turns out you can give someone a sugar pill, and it could be told they could be told there's an antidepressant, and 81% of those people will get better by thought alone. It wasn't the pill that did the healing. They were making their own antidepressants in that sense.
So you can literally take a bottle of antidepressants, put half sugar pills in there and half the drug, take them and not experience the withdrawals that the doctors say you will experience if you don't take it.
Exactly. Well, let's just say it another way. 4 out of 5 people who are taking a pill that has nothing in it, that are told they're taking an antidepressant, 4 out of those 5 people will respond as well as people who are taking antidepressants.
That's amazing.
And many of those people will actually have functional brain scans to show that their brain is improved. In other words, it's not just in their mind.
Wow.
It's in their brain.
Wow.
And they're making their own
Impressive.
antidepressants. So how does that work in terms of the state of being? Well, you combine that clear intention, getting clear, I could get well from this. You start feeling an elevated emotion like inspiration or joy or gratitude. You just move from living in your past to living in a new future. And when you move into that state of being, that intelligence that's giving you life, the I am, is going to organize your chemistry to reflect who you're being.